Hello again. Forgive me, I've forgotten what project we're on. I think it's project 4 of my Let's Create Christmas Creative Day. And I'm using the sweet candy canes and the papers, coordinating papers. So we will need the other card base made earlier, cut earlier rather. You should have a second of your stitch shapes dies. We're going to need the garden green ribbon, and then we're going to need a few of the papers. So we're going to need the one with the candy canes on, you're going to need this poppy parade and this garden green stripe. Okay, so you're also going to need some basic white. Let me get the cutting done and then we'll have some room. So we need 2 mats. So we're going to cut this at 10 centimetres by 14.4. And we'll cut another at 14.4. What we also need are the strips of DSP. So the stripe is also on the back of here, but what you want to do is I just chop my 3 centimetres off the end. Don't get tearful about losing some candy canes because you've still got loads up at this end, and you've got the stamp set, because that's the one that I want on there. And these are going to be 3 centimetres by 13.9. Then you're going to want one of this pattern. We can have them of any pattern that you want. These are just what I've used. Do that one at 13.9. Done that one. And then we'll have another 3 centimetre strip off of there. And trim that at 13.9. So that, I think, is all I need my trim for at the moment. It's famous last words, of course. So if you take one of the mats, okay, and then I've done these so that we've got the stripe, the kind of harlequin, and then another stripe there. What I generally do is I will do the 2 outside ones and then make the middle one kind of marry up the gap, because it's just how I've always done it. There is no rhyme or reason behind it, unfortunately. I just get set in my ways. So there's that one. We have that one. And then that one in the middle. There we go. Marvellous. Then what I did, so I took the garden green, and I clearly loved tear tape for this project, or these projects I should say. Any double-sided tape will do. But just make sure it's straight. Use your grid paper to help you. Where's it gone? There. Okay. So then you're going to need to trim this. I always trim at an angle just because it helps with the fraying situation. And then over here, just because it makes my life a little bit easier for tying a bow, it's how I do it. And then I tuck this piece underneath that, and I also kid myself that I've got a little bit less wastage if I do it this way. I don't know if I actually do. Who knows? Makes me feel a little bit better to think I have. And this is why I don't like tying bows on videos, because they never seem to go well when I'm being watched. Oh, pulling that right apart now. That'll do for today, she says. Tail's going a mind of its own. Okay, let's put that away for later. So, because I had the tear tape on there, I will take that off just because it will help with layering it up. And there. And then put some glue on the back as well. There we go. Oh, I just realised I haven't burnished my card, which is why it's flapping about like a wild one. There we go. So, on here, I need the Christmas cheer stamp again. This is me being lazy. There we go, lovely. And that's been stuck straight down on there. Yeah, that's been... Well, that's a lot of Tombow, isn't it? Whoops. Never mind. These things happen. Generally to me, what you might want to do, which I forgot to do on this occasion, is I normally use the dots to line up my sentiment, but I didn't do it on this occasion. There we go. And then whilst that's drying, you bring back your candy canes. You'll see that you've still got some full candy canes on here, and I've used these two. So I'm just going to muller the paper and cut right in. It's meant to be used, peoples. It's meant to be used. But I just wanted to show you that even if you didn't have the stamp set, you could still make pretty cards just from the paper. And just make more of them if you've got the stamp set, because the world is your oyster. Sorry, concentration face is on. The light's not great. Sat here trying to fussy cut. And I'm wearing my old glasses. So I think we're doing alright so far. There's one. And just one to go. And these little ones are propped up on dimensionals. Obviously the dies cut the paper out as well, just in case you're wondering. And then these just get propped on when I find where I've put the dimensionals down there. Oh, that was very dangerous, Colette. I think I've got the ribbon stuck. No, we're all right. We're all right. We're all right. And then what I'd advise doing is putting this one down so you know where your dimensionals can go. So I know I can go after that point. So let's have one there. One there. And we'll get, one on the bottom. Got no pretties on this card. Feel free to add them. Don't know why I haven't. I doubt it was intentional, if I'm honest. And then it's just a case of putting your matte layer inside that you cut earlier. Don't forget that you can stamp your sentiments in here. You can put trimmings of the DSP just to prettify them. It's entirely up to you. There we go. I think that's project number 4 done.